Ever been in one of those matches where it seems like nothing you're doing is going right, and then all of a sudden something just clicks and everything starts going your way? Yeah, it doesn't happen to me very often either, but tonight I'm going to bring you a match that does that, and then since it happened, I've only got a piece of that. I'll also follow up with another match. This is Iron Bill, back with some PvP play. Tonight I'm running, I believe it is Bottom Tree Arc Strider. I'm running Stompies, the Galliard, Hawthorne's Field Forged Shotgun, and the Hammerhead. This Galliard that I'm running has Kill Clip and Outlaw, and I believe it's a Stability Masterwork. It's actually a very, very good roll. And when I put the Pipper where it belongs, it actually does a pretty good job of killing. You'll see me make some mistakes here and there in terms of my placement. It's not quite a Hardlight. You can't just shoot across the arena with it. You do have to be in an optimal range. And I will say, too, that I've been switching up autos so much recently that it's giving me a little bit of trouble adjusting to the sights back and forth. Although I believe this is a Surus machine gun, and Surus machine gun sights are usually top notch and pretty clean, at least to my taste anyway. And this one is no exception. So here we are. We are down, but gaining. This team had us down. Golly, it was a ton. Probably by 30, 40 points, and it looked like it was going to be a blowout. And we just all of a sudden started pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps and taking zones. Now, I'm not super aggressive on the Hunter here for the aforementioned reasons that when I was being aggressive earlier with the Hawthorns, it's not a reliable enough shotgun to really force your way in. You have to shoot and then follow up with a melee or vice versa. And not very reliable. And when you take that against a Mindbenders or something of that nature that will positively kill you with a single shot, you're going to lose. And so I decided to stop rushing in the back half of this match, so you didn't get to see any of that, and play more of the mid-range game and see if I can make more of it that way. You saw that guy try to outrun my super, which he would have, but I looped around the other way. He had just killed my teammate. He thought he was free and clear coming back to the zone, and I caught him on the bottom part of my super. Now, I catch this guy napping. It took longer than it should have because I was shaking the controller there. And I may have to mess with my sensitivity too. I ran my sensitivity up, and I noticed that it's harder to smoothly transition to my targets. Now, I'm giving it some time. Hopefully, it'll be something I get used to. But if that doesn't correct, who knows? I may have to dial that back down a notch or two. But you'll see that the gun is effective. It's a user error for the most part when there's a problem. Now, in that case, of course, there were just too many people. I got the one who was trying to rush me with the shotgun, but his buddy took me down. And as often as not, if you can get a 1v1, or if I can, with this gun, I feel confident that I can come out on top. 2v1, I wouldn't say it's good enough to reliably do that unless you can get the reload real quick and get the kill clip procced, and then it could be an ugly day for the other side. I've not had a lot of hero moments with it just yet, I will admit. So, but that's my play too. And I don't think I captured any tonight. So here we are. I'm running around. Decide to take the back zone, but there you go. There's somebody comes off. I notice our team is on the other side, and I'm about to get pinched hard. So I keep backing up until I can see radar directly behind me and not to my flank, and I really have to come back pretty far. And they're on the zone, and it was a wise move because they were pushing with the shotguns again. I would have gotten one, maybe, but the others would have got me. My teammates have filled in the gaps here. I'm going to come back. They've cleared it off. I'm going to move up to the top up here. And yeah, the arc bolt grenade gets me. And he gets me a couple times with that one, unfortunately. I think in this match. And arc bolts are nothing to sneeze at. I mean, if you're anywhere around a teammate and they drop one of those, it doesn't have to hit you directly. It just has to hit them directly, and you'll get the added benefit, I guess. So this match is not so close anymore. We've actually pulled up by about 20 points ish. I get a kill from a flank there. And I don't think about isolating myself as much as I actually do it. It's just a natural thing I do. I'm always looking for that different angle. That snipe was a little suspect because I was basically undercover, and he would have had to jump snipe me. And I've seen guys that were good enough to do that, but with all the cheating going on, I don't know. I'm not completely sold there wasn't something going on there. I realize I'm losing that fight. I wrap around the other side to get a better angle. There's the one of the fellows with the sniper again. He wisely ducks because he's got 3 or 4 people. He tosses a grenade. By the time I get back around, I can't get a line on him. He's already dropped below. So, nothing outstanding here. I get a decent number of kills. And for my hunter, this is probably about average. I think it was, what, 17, 18 kills there. 2.0. That's a pretty average result for me. I think I had 7 captures. That shows I'm playing the game. If I wanted to just play Clash while playing Control, I suppose I'd get more kills, but I don't know. I like to play an objective. So here we go again. I'm still running basically the same setup. Later on, in other matches, what I did is I switched over to hand cannon. I played the Suros a little bit. Didn't touch Hardlight all night, so I can't tell you what the nerf's done to that. I don't know. I wanted to try the other guns, just play around. This guy with the fighting lion was going to become pretty annoying. I decided not to play that game, get caught in a trap where my teammates are trying to get montaged, and I stupidly go for a flank here, leaving my right side exposed. The guy on B just takes me down. So I know he's got a Mida. I'm going to have to watch the range game on that. Mida will 4-tap you if the guy's good. If he's any good at all, practice with it. So if you give them enough room. Now, you can flinch them if you've got a good auto rifle with high caliber rounds. This one, unfortunately, I don't believe does. Alright, so they're letting me cover the heavy, so I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. Now, you see a guy try to put a shot or two on me. He misses. And I've got my hammerhead ready to go here. Nobody actually makes a big move right away. I take the Mida guy down, cut across. Now I hear footsteps and I know he's on me. This is Mr. Fighting Lion. So he tries to come over with the Fighting Lion. I take him out beforehand. I don't realize that I'm out of ammo, and I line up the next shot and realize it's too late that I don't have anything. And yeah, I wish I had a quarter for every time that happened. 2 more guys sitting on me at that point. Now, even with a Galliard, I might have gotten 1, but not both. Alright, so here we go. I'm moving on down. I've got a line on this guy. He goes down pretty quickly. Now, it's worth noting I've got some damage on me. So I take a couple more hits and get within a thread and realize I'm definitely losing that fight, and there's no reason to stay. And it was smart to back up like that. Let my teammates get in there, fill the void a little bit, take a look to my left, make sure no one's coming, and then come back and aggressively go for C. Now watch how much work I put in here and how much damage I put in and get nothing for it. Well, wait a minute, I did get a kill. I thought I didn't get a kill for that. But I really hammered on a couple guys there, and I thought, well, why didn't I get anything out of it? I guess the scenery there just blocked the view. Now, the fellow's over there on the plank on the right. Get him. And once again, that's pretty good range for an auto rifle. You know, the drop-off at that point is going to be significant. And even at that, I would say it was around a second time to kill. So from range, having a 1 second TTK, it's not too bad. All right, we've got our zones. We're taking pretty good control here. I hate taking that outside lane there in some ways because people, if they're going to hard scope it, they'll get you when you come around that corner. And there's that arc bolt grenade again. I was just trying to back up and recover after taking damage, and yeah. So, moving back towards C. Somebody is going to take it. I don't know what these guys were waiting on. I don't know what he had going on, but we immediately jump on it and we're going to take it back. There's a Hardlight user running through there. I notice I've got my super. I'm going to move towards B. There's an AFK guy. We all fight to kill him. Heavy's coming up again. Unfortunately, this guy has his Swarm of the Raven, and he just spams all 3 shots on me and gets me with him. So, you know, what are you going to do? Again, moving back towards center, cutting across, looking at A, thinking about heading down to A or B. Toss my super. Here's Mr. Fighting Lion. That felt good. This guy tosses a super and I shut it down. That felt really good. But I didn't have my Raiden Flux on, so that super wasn't going to last a long time. And honestly, if I'd gone much further, they would have heard me coming, and I probably would have gotten shot out of it. It's not the military. I don't have any defense. I could have dodged, but I wouldn't have necessarily gotten close to anybody. So it all worked out probably as well as it could have. Now I noticed this other fellow coming for A again, and why he just stood there, I don't know, but it was pretty much an easy meal. Alright, so headed towards B. And I noticed some activity coming over the center. I'm losing that fight. Decide to back up. Smart move because he smoked it. Wombo combo, I think. Or there were two different Guardians because one was an Arc and one was a Void. I noticed that the Storm Trance. I put a shot on him and drew attention to myself, which was stupid. I'm running towards my enemy to escape, which is doubly stupid. So all around that was just a bad play. I should have continued out towards C. So anyway, I basically killed myself with that one twice. Heading towards C, going to have a look at that. I do see red on the radar and know somebody's right around the corner. I pop him. Now that's the one time the Hawthorns was actually reliable tonight, or I aimed it right, I don't know. It's not a high impact frame, I think it's a lightweight frame. It's not going to reliably kill with one shot. I mean, you've got to be right on it and in the perfect range. Okay, so took damage, the second guy kills me. I had somebody shooting over my shoulder on that one, so I can't take full credit for that one. And we're kind of holding the B position here, just flipping back and forth between this wall. I know there's a guy there, he jumps up. Not much of a plan there because once his feet left the ground, his accuracy went with it. And he had 3 guns on him, so that really didn't have much of a chance. Got to watch this guy. And I don't even see where that guy comes from because the guy on the zone didn't leave. So he was probably down there, probably spawned in, and I didn't see him because it was the Hardlight that basically killed me anyway. Got an arc bolt grenade going there, going to back out of it, and then Fighting Lion gets me one more time. And I don't know, I hate dying right at the end of a match. More than any other time, I really hate that. But all that being said, it was a pretty good match. And once again, I'm kind of in that 17-18 zone. And, you know, 2.43. It's not a bad match. So with that, I'm going to sign out. This is Iron Bill, closing for the night.